Hi guys, Mike Martin here. Just a quick one. There's been a Google update, as most of you know, and they're going to be concentrating quite a bit now, by the look of things, on meta descriptions, title tags, and so on and so forth. So for safety reasons, I'm just going to show you how to manually spin your title tags in a couple of minutes on every website, and it's going to take you 5 minutes per site, and it's going to help ensure obviously long-term rankings and things like that. Now, first of all, for those who don't understand spun content, I'm literally going to explain that to you first of all. I mean, basically what spun content is this. You have a squiggly bracket, a pipe, and another squiggly bracket. Now the pipe is usually just above the backslash on your keyboard, and if you go in here and say did or do, and basically what will happen with spun content is whatever is between these will be showed randomly on the page every time the page is shown. So if you've got 10 different words in here, did, do, does, whatever, it's going to show one of them. So Mike did something, Mike do something, Mike does something. It will show that way each time. Now I'm just going to scoot down to the bottom where your title tags are and show you how you manually spin them. So Google's now saying don't use excessively long title tags, and even though they've actually increased the size of the meta description, they're saying don't use excessively long title tags. So if I was going to spin a title tag, for example, what type of site is this? Right, so I would say auto electrician in, and then we're going to have location. As you know, you can just click the button there and then paste it. It's the same thing. So auto electrician in would be one of my title tags, and what I'd do is I'd look at auto and say, okay, let's wrap this in those, and then we're going to separate each word with pipes. So another word for auto would be car, vehicle. Do the same thing with the electrician. And the same thing with in. So it's really quite simple. It takes a couple of minutes to do. It's already included. It accepts spin text in 2.7 and onwards, so you've got no worries about that. We can have near, close to, and then with this, if you just put a pipe and leave this bit empty here, as you can see where my little thing's moving, what will happen is sometimes it'll go blank. So sometimes it'll say auto electrician location, sometimes it'll say auto electrics location, sometimes it'll say auto electrics in location, near, close to. So basically that would be a title tag. So if I was to literally update the page now, you're going to randomly see, and the best way to show you how it'll work is to just copy it and add it here. And then view the magic page. So as you can see, car electrician Manchester, it's already used the blank of the in part that we did. If I click on to Cardiff, auto electrician close to Cardiff. Douglas in the Isle of Man, let's have a look. Auto electrics close to. There, vehicle electrician in Liverpool. So as you can see, that's going to spin your title tag. It's a real simple, easy way to do it. Now there is another way of doing it because of the way we've built the spin text in here, because obviously Google can tell if something's been spun. It's not stupid. So what I tend to do, which is a little bit more complicated, is if you just type in here, title, click save, and then you edit it and you go here, what you could then do is get this option number 1. You can add a couple of options by clicking the add new option tab there. So we've got, that would be one option, but then if you wanted to restructure the whole thing, you can paste that back in there, grab the location, copy that, add it at the beginning, for example, So look, we've now got location, car, electrics. Oh, we delete the location bit from the end here. And then we want to add another option. And what this is going to do now, so we could now say we have emergency location, electrician for cars, for example. And then what we do is we jump back in here and say, you wrap it first in your squiggly brackets, like I said. Then you would put a pipe, which is just above the backslash. You press the up arrow on the thingy on the backslash, and then say maybe write crisis, and then another one, and put rapid, and then leave one blank because you don't necessarily need that. You could start with a location. Same situation, jump over here, electrician. Can't think of any more for that. Here we could, oops, sorry. And you always just wrap it in the squiggly brackets first. It makes it more simple when you're looking at it. Add your pipe. Oh, let's not put loads of caps in there. Who work on, for example, and let's have a blank. No, let's not have a blank because we've got 4 cars who work on cars, pipe, autos, pipe, vehicles. We'll close that. So now you've got 3 different ones and they're all structured differently. Now I tend to use this, I've not got it open at the minute, but I tend to use this about 10 times, which I know sounds a bit hectic. For smaller sites, I do 50,000 page sites on standard, so I have this about 10 times and then I'll change it about a little bit. You click the save. Now for smaller sites, you're probably not going to need this, but all I'm showing you this is because it's going to be a lot safer moving forward. Now if you think this looks a bit odd, if you press this button here where the little pen is, that'll open it up for you so you can see what you're doing a little bit better. Okay, so when you're working on it, you can make things bold, you can make things different sizes and so on and so forth for doing it on the page. So there's a proper editor included in each one as you do it. But let's save that. So instead of having your titles now where we put them before, you click the little button here to copy this, and we'll go into your title tag here and paste that in there, and then shoot up to the bottom, to the top, sorry, and paste that into there. Now what that will do is that will use a concoction of all 3. So just that little couple of minutes that we've just spent doing that with our title tag, and you can do the same with your description tag, same with your keywords, same with your Facebook OG, and you can even do the same with your content. As you can see, I've done it with my content here. It's not so necessary with your content, especially if you're going to throw a couple of these through the sections. So for example, if you were going to put another one down here, and you're going to do a couple of different versions, and then you can obviously just set that to H2 because this one here will be H1. But I'm not going into too much detail. You'll get the idea of this once you start to use it. So that now we'll use a concoction. So if we go back to the page, Manchester Vehicle Electrics, that's actually secured itself from earlier. But if I come down to the bottom now and show you, Strange Way Car Electrics. 1 second. I'm just trying to show you a little bit of a longer one, that's all. There you go. Emergency Ancoats Electrician who work on autos. Don't look the best, don't sound the best, maybe not who work on, but you can go in and change that little word for something else. But as you see, where I'm getting at with this is going to change. In fact, I could show you an even better way. Watch this. So if we just select this, go over to here, Screaming Frog. Now this will do 500 URLs. Screaming Frog will do 500 URLs for you on a free account. So if you set up a free account, you can do 500 URLs to check these out. You can also use 500 URLs to submit these to your indexer. I'm now using Ghost Indexer, which looks like that inside. So as you can see, I've got one there running with 3,500 pages, one there that's just finished. Got 2 more I've submitted. Mine are all on low priority because, to be honest, I think it's better to submit them slowly. So as I was just showing you, if we start this running and you click the HTML tab here, what you'll see is it starts to pull in your different URLs. Now up here there's a page title one, so the ones we've just done, as you can see from here, it's pulling in different page titles, different structures. Some start with the location, and then what it also does is your title tag will pull in the name of the actual website. So this one's Auto Electrician Consulting. We'll put that in the title of the website, so it's showing up. But as you can see, all of your title tags now are much different than one another. So you've not got the same title tag with the same amount of words and the same structure showing up all the way through. Now, so basically that was just a real quick video to show you how this is. If you are looking to index your own websites as well, I may as well stick this on the end of this video. So basically all you'd need to do is copy that, like that amount of URLs, for example, jump into here, and then create new bucket, and you'd literally call it, so what was the name of this site? You don't need to call it that. Auto Electrician Consulting. Okay, mouse set to low, paste them in there. Now this is cloud based, so you don't need anything, because all you need is your 2 capture key, which mine was on earlier. I'm going to change that now. Click save. Bucket saved. Click OK, go back, and as you can see I've just pulled 66 URLs really quick from there and started indexing them. If we was to look at that, and I'm going a bit off tangent now, but if we was to look at that, as you can see, they're from some of Manchester, Belfast, Ardwick, so they're all over the UK. So these are going to really help with indexing the overall site, which is another great thing. In fact, let's test one of them. I've done 500 on that there. If you're not interested in this, guys, the video for the title tags is finished. You can get off. I'm just showing you. So let's have a look. That one was, let's see when it was done. So I did that on the 24th of December, which was, it's now the 27th, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning in the UK. Let's do that, and let's have a look and see if it's actually worked. There we go, 2,500 pages indexed. So I've submitted, how many have I submitted? 600 pages, and I've submitted 3,000 there. In fact, it was between these two, and I did it the other day. It cost me a total of $12. So if you get a lifetime account on here, it's well worth the money. Anyway, $12 to submit 3,000 pages. You only need to make one sale. So as you can see, you've got 2,500 there. This site column's not the most accurate in the world, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, I hope that really helps with your title tags. So just a quick, if it lets me in, this will be slowing it down actually. Stop that, clear, don't need them. Okay, so literally all we do, you can use the pipes as I shown you earlier, which were literally you just get the pipes like so, and as you can see there, you split the words up inside. So you literally automobile and all that rubbish. And then if you want to get a little bit more complicated, rather than just typing your spun content into here, go down to the bottom, call it title, edit it, add a few different versions with spun content in, or add 10 really well written titles that are exactly as you want, and then save them. So the 10 perfectly written with no spun content in at all, save them and paste that into there, Spintax -title, which is this, and it'll literally just randomize all of them for you for them pages. So I like to find mine by going to Google, searching one of my main keywords, and just copying the title tags from the top 10 locations. Hope that video helps you guys. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye bye.